Hello everyone, Nick Cho from nicholascho.com here. This is part 2 of my free 3-part video course, 10 Steps to Build a 6-Figure e-commerce business in 12 months. In part 1, I spent a lot of time talking about how to select a niche that you are passionate about, that has a large inventory of products on AliExpress and has many companies that are making money. But you should have a good chance of beating at least 20% of your competitors. In today's part 2 of the video course, I will discuss step 2 to step 7 of my 10-step process. We're going to the core of my proven e-commerce business system. So it's going to get complicated at times in this video. This is expected. After this video, you have a deep understanding of your niche, competition, and future customers. You will also be able to estimate how much money you can potentially make every year based on my proven proprietary formula. And you will start building your Shopify store by the end of this video. Sounds exciting? Let's get started. Step 2 is to understand your niche through keyword research. And the goals are, first, to find out what keywords people are using to find your products, and to estimate how much money you can potentially make for each year, which we will cover in step 3. There are 4 sub-steps. Let's examine them one by one. Step 2A is write down a short list of high-level keywords to describe your niche. For example, the keywords for the luggage and travel bags niche could be luggage, travel bags, suitcases, carry-ons, and travel accessories. Step 2B, for each high-level keyword, find all the keywords people may use to find your products in Google Keyword Planner. A few notes here. First, we need to choose the country or countries you want to target in Google Keyword Planner. 2, do not turn on only show ideas closely related to keywords, because we want to find keywords that don't have the keyword phrase we enter into Google Keyword Planner. And then copy all return keywords into a giant spreadsheet. And we repeat the process for all high-level keywords we came up in step 2A. Now please know that most likely you're not going to get the exact searches in Google Keyword Planner. But here's how you can hack it. First, create a Google AdWords PPC campaign at adwords.google.com to promote any product. And then you can set up a low daily budget, for example, $20 per day. And then you should be able to see the exact search numbers once your campaign goes live. And you can turn off your campaign immediately once you get your search numbers. Let me give you a brief demonstration of how to do keyword research here. And this is Google Keyword Planner. Enter the first high-level keyword we have identified, which is luggage. And let's assume that we're going to target the United States. Remember, for keyword options, we just keep it as it is. For date range, let's select the earliest available date here. And click on Save, click on Get Ideas. Add all. So the second one would be travel bags. And click on Get Ideas. And we're going to do the same thing, add all. And we're going to do the same thing for the other high-level keywords we have identified. Once we have done this for all the high-level keywords, we're going to download the giant keywords list, save file, and let's see what we have here. We're going to remove some of the information that we don't need. We really only need the keywords list and the exact search numbers. Of course, as you can see here, I don't really have the exact search numbers because I don't have any active Google AdWords campaign. As you may already know, I'm a Bing Ads guy from my Easy to Money course. But here I assume that you followed my tips from earlier to set up a Google AdWords campaign so you can see the exact search numbers. Now let me click on View and Freeze Top Row. Now let's move on to next step. Step 2C, remove all duplicates and sort the results by monthly searches. So first, we're going to highlight the keyword. We're going to go to the Data tab and click on Remove Duplicates. And we should expand the selection Click on remove duplicates. Okay, 11 duplicates have been removed. Now let's sort by the number of searches from the highest to the lowest. Of course, without the exact search number, I can't redo this sorting. But here again, I'm going to assume that you were able to do that. Step 2D is to remove A, very broad keywords, and B, irrelevant keywords. Let me demonstrate. So these are the keywords that I've sorted based on the number of searches. Now, of course, I only have the range for each keyword. The keyword travel is a keyword that's simply too broad, so we're going to remove this from our list. Handbags really depends on whether we're going to sell handbags on our site or not. But in my opinion, if we're going to sell luggage and travel bags, then handbags is not really a relevant keyword. We're going to remove this. Luggage store, yes. Some people may be looking for online luggage stores, or maybe initially they want to find a physical luggage store, but then they see your ad on Google and they might decide to buy luggage from your online store. So that's relevant. Garment bag, could it be related? If you're not so sure, you can always Google. Okay, this is definitely relevant because someone may need to rent their suits for their interview, for example, and they may need a garment bag. So this is definitely relevant. It's also a potential subcategory. Carry on, relevant. Samsonite, this is a good example. Is this a relevant keyword? Here's the answer. If you're going to sell Samsonite luggage sets, then it is relevant. Otherwise, it is not. Because we are importing products from AliExpress, and I'm fairly certain that AliExpress does not carry Samsonite products, so this is not relevant. Now here's a pro tip. We should use the filter feature in Excel or Google Sheets to filter out all the keywords that have that irrelevant keyword. Highlight the keyword column, data, filter, and find all the keywords that has the word Samsonite in it. Click search, and then we can just delete all those keywords. Isn't that beautiful? Turn off the filter. Let's continue. Hartman luggage. That definitely sounds like a brand. Same thing. If you're going to sell the Hartman brand, it is relevant. Otherwise, it's not. If you want to make sure, you can always go to AliExpress and see if they have any Hartman products. I'm pretty sure they don't. They don't look like luggage. We're going to use the same trick we used earlier for the keyword Samsonite. We can filter out all the keywords with Hartman. Actually, there's only one. Let's look at a few more. Same thing with Desley. That sounds like a brand. So we're going to filter out those keywords with Desley. Luggage rack. If you're going to sell luggage racks, then it is relevant. Otherwise, it is not. So I'm going to keep it here. Maybe we're going to expand to sell luggage racks down the road. Travel Pro. That sounds like a website. Let's Google it just to make sure. Travel Pro, high quality luggage for the experienced traveler. Now that might be a competitor, the choice of flight crews and frequent travelers. I will go through the process to see if this is a direct competitor. It sounds like this is a manufacturer and brand. In order to stay on target, I'm going to assume that this is not relevant. Only two. Duffel bags, also not exactly related. Man bag, not really. Laptop bags, not really. So there are quite a few keywords that we can eliminate right now. Like shoulder bags, and the word bag is simply too broad. Travel insurance, not really relevant. So we have a bunch of keywords that we can filter out. Let's do just that. Click on filter, then go to text filter. Let's filter out keyword that contains beach or laptop. Click on OK. We're going to delete those keywords. You can also delete to me. Again, that's a brand, so we're not going to include that. Okay, I think now you should have a pretty good idea about how to remove broad keywords and irrelevant keywords. Once you complete this step, you should have a very good list of keywords that your potential customers are going to search for to find your products. Step 3 is to evaluate your earning potential through market analysis. And the goal is to find out really how much money you can potentially make. And this is to evaluate the size of your market. For example, earlier I mentioned that maybe you want to sell luggage and travel bags in Singapore, but is it too small of a market? Now you can only know if you do some research. Now here we're going to use the second niche as our example. To see how exactly this works, please go to this link to download the keywords list for the actual cycling niche that I've completed for one of my clients. This is the keywords list. To evaluate how much money you can make, here's how it works. All you have to do is find out the total monthly searches for all the relevant keywords that you have identified. All you have to do is use the sum function in Excel. So what we're going to do is going to type equal sum parentheses, then highlight the searches for all those keywords. Then you would type parentheses, enter. You're going to get all the total monthly searches for all those keywords. Everything else will be calculated for you. For example, here is after discounting 25% repeat searches. Take the first number and discount it by 25%. And this will be automatically calculated. Adding 25% additional visitors from social media. Again, this is just a very rough estimate. Your repeat searches could be higher or lower than 25%, and your social media might be 0%. So here, we're just going to use very rough estimates for those two data points. Then take this number in cell G4, times that by 12 for 12 months, you'll get the estimated annual potential customers. Now for the second niche, that's 40 million for the US. Now the next cell is very interesting. It is the average sale price per product. Now this is something that we don't know. We have no idea what the average is. Now there is one tool that can help us. It is called Jungle Scout. Jungle Scout is an Amazon research tool that can help us find the information we need very quickly. It's not free, but you can just join it for 1 month. Once you get all the information you need, you can just cancel it. For this niche, travel and luggage bags, go to product database, then find the category we should select. Now, it is not immediately clear which category we're going to select, so we can go to Amazon.com and just search for luggage. Then we can find out what category it is under on Amazon. So it's under clothing, shoes, jewelry, and luggage travel gear. Got it. Select clothing, and we're just going to select luggage. Click on search. Here there are over 28,000 results. Let's download the spreadsheet. Let's remove some of the information that we don't need. Here, Jungle Scout is only going to give you 200 data points. And these are the best-selling products on Amazon for the keyword luggage, which is great information. So how can we find average sale price? Very simple. We're going to highlight the price in Excel. And in the bottom, Excel is going to tell you the sum, which is 8,512, and the count is 200. So we can take these two numbers and calculate average sales price. We're going to take 8,512, 20 cents, divide that by 200. Average sales price, $42.56. Great information. We're going to enter $42.56 here. Then for annual revenue, it will also be automatically calculated for you. Basically, it's going to take estimated annual potential customers times the average sales price. You will get $403 million. Now, the next one is your market share. This is very hard to estimate. If you don't know, I recommend you enter anything like 1%, 0.5%, or maybe even 0.01%. Then after that, the spreadsheet is going to calculate your annual revenue automatically. Now you may be asking, hey Nick, what is your basis of this market analysis? I use a spreadsheet to help my client to estimate the size of the cycling niche in the US. Do you know how many cyclists there are in the United States? According to my client's research, 43 million. And if you look at the data here, how many estimated annual potential customers there are? 40 million. The data here we have through our keyword research is only 3 million off. Now, that may only just be a coincidence, but in a big way, this just shows that how amazingly accurate this market analysis could be. Now, the same story repeated for many other clients who did this market analysis. So definitely use the keyword research tool to help you gauge how big your potential market is for your niche. Step 4 is to understand your competition through detailed competitive analysis. Now, the goal is to find out exactly what your competitors do and how you can compete with them. Now, please note that this is not the traditional SWOT analysis. SWOT means strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. We're not in business school, so we don't have to do that research. It is tailored specifically to e-commerce businesses. For each of your top direct competitors, you're going to find out your traffic sources, content strategy, demographics, email marketing strategy, social media marketing strategy, features, etc. For this step, we're going to use a worksheet which you can download from the link on your screen. This is what it looks like. Here, for each top direct competitor that we identified, we're going to enter all the information listed in this spreadsheet. Again, it's a lot of research, so please give yourself some time to complete this task. I've created a detailed training video on how to do competitive analysis. Please go to this link to watch this video. Step 5 is to define your customers through a customer avatar. The goal here is to decide who are going to be the target audience of your e-commerce business. Here are some of the considerations: gender, age, education level, income level. And here we need to decide if you're going to target exactly who your competitors target or want to do something different. And this is going to determine your marketing strategy in step 10. Here I want to share with you some sample customer avatars. If you can go to this link, you're going to see some real examples of customer avatars for some businesses. Now please note that on this page, they use the phrase buyer persona instead of customer avatar. They're essentially the same concept. But for this step, we're also going to use a worksheet. If you go to this link on your screen, then you're going to see all the information that you should have to understand your potential customers. Step 6 in the 10-step system is to define your brand. The goal is to define who you are as an e-commerce business to your customers, how you differentiate yourself from your competitors. Here are some things that you should consider for your brand: your company mission, the benefits and the features of your products and services, the qualities or words that you want to be associated with your company, and who are your customers, and what problems you're trying to solve for them. And what is the name of your company and your company logo, your tagline/slogan, and the look and feel for your website. Now here we also have a worksheet for step 6. If you go to the link on your screen, you can download this worksheet. We're going to answer all these important questions that we just mentioned. I've provided very detailed instructions for most of those steps. Step 7 is to set up your basic Shopify store. And there are 3 sub-steps. Let's talk about each of those sub-steps next. Step 1A, define product categories and subcategories. Having clear and user-friendly categorization is critical for an e-commerce business. It can help your customers quickly find what they're looking for on your website. It is really the way to curate your products on your store. Now here are some tips. One is to study your competitors' websites and see how they categorize their products. 2, check what products AliExpress offers. We should make sure that there are at least 10 high-quality products in each subcategory in AliExpress. Consider how you want to be different from your competitors. We should imitate what you like about your competitors, but at the same time, also think about, are there any new categories I want to have for your website? Should I eliminate some of the collections they have? Here, I want to show you some sample product categories and subcategories. Please go to this link and take a look. This is the worksheet. The niche is dolls, and you can have the following main categories or collections: dolls, doll houses, dollhouse accessories, playsets, bestsellers, new arrivals, and sales. Now, under the dolls main category, you can also have the following subcategories or subcollections. Under the dollhouse accessories, you can have the following 3 subcategories. Okay, now you get the idea. Step 7B is to join Shopify and study the training guides. You can join the Shopify Basic Plan for $29 per month and then follow their training guides and tutorials to learn how to build a basic store. If you go to help.shopify.com, you'll find their extensive library of training tutorials. These are some other sites that can help you learn how to build your e-commerce store with Shopify. Step 7C is to integrate your store with AliExpress. This would allow you to handle orders without you ever touching any products. And you have two options, ZeroUp versus Oberlo. So these are the two Shopify add-ons that will allow you to integrate your store with AliExpress. How are ZeroUp and Oberlo different? There's some shared features. For example, product importing from AliExpress, automatic order fulfilling, product customization. That means that you can customize the product descriptions and images for your products. Real-time order tracking, sales reports. Now, what's different with ZeroUp is that it has some very powerful features that Oberlo doesn't have. These include its sales funnel builder, profit multiplier, and extensive training videos. The payment structure is also different. With ZeroUp, you pay a one-time fee of $1,497 or 3 payments of $597 versus Oberlo's monthly subscription model, which varies from $29.90 to $79.90 per month. Now, why is ZeroUp a better solution? First, its sales funnel builder and profit multiplier are going to significantly increase your average customer lifetime value and your return on investment by at least 200%. I will explain why this is the case in a training video that I'm going to share in just a few minutes. Now, ZeroUp is also cheaper in the long term. Oberlo's basic plan for $29.90 is simply not enough because it only allows up to 500 orders per month. Now, we all know that that's just not enough for us to build a long-term business that can support us and our family. Its Pro plan costs $79.90, which means that if you plan to run your e-commerce business for longer than 18 months, it's going to be more expensive. And here's the math. The cost for the one-time license for ZeroUp is $1,497. If you divide that by the monthly subscription fee for Oberlo, you'll get 18.74 months. Essentially, if you plan to run your business for 18 months, Oberlo is actually much more expensive. Imagine that if you have to pay for Oberlo for over 5 or 10 years, that's going to be very expensive for the long term. Now, if you want to get to ZeroUp, you can go to ZeroUp official website to buy the software yourself. But here's the thing. If you buy ZeroUp from my link over here, you're going to get my epic bonuses. One, you will receive a free 45-minute Skype coaching session valued at least $500. You also get my 60-day email support of $500 value. To get ZeroUp, please go to this link on your screen. Now, if you have to get Oberlo, which is actually a great software application, you can go to the link on your screen right now. Again, I highly recommend ZeroUp. It is what I recommend all my e-commerce coaching clients to use, and it is worth every penny. For detailed instructions on how to integrate your store with AliExpress using ZeroUp, please go to the link on your screen. You will learn how to install ZeroUp in Shopify, how to import products to your store, and how to add important web pages such as About Us, Shipping, Contact Us into your store. Here are some important notes. The goal here for Step 7 is to set up a very basic store and lay the foundation for your online store. And do not worry about the design of your site or adding too many products to your store. We're going to work on site design in Step 8 and decide what products to carry as we run marketing tests in Step 9. That is all for Step 7. This concludes Step 7. I know this is a very high-level walkthrough of the process of building your Shopify store. If you ever get stuck, the Shopify Help Center and their support team are your best friend. Also, you can probably find the answers to most of your questions on Google. As we wrap up this video, I'd like to remind you to leave your comment or question below to enter a chance to win a 1-hour free coaching session with me. The winner will be announced in a few days. In part 3 of the 3-part video course, 10 Steps to Building a 6-Figure e-commerce business in 12 months, you will discover the last 3 steps of my 10-step system. Thank you for watching. See you in part 3.